Hi everyone, it's Eva Pieczak here from Abundant Results Coaching, and today I want to talk to you about a very important principle in multiplying your income, and namely, you don't need the money to make a decision. So you've been watching me for past a while, and I've announced a price increase in our mentorship process happening this Thursday. And you may have had thoughts, I want to invest, I want Eva to coach me because I feel that she can help me. But then right after that, you may have had thoughts, I don't have the money, or I just don't know where to get the money from. I just don't have it. And you haven't made a decision. Well, I want to teach you something that can transform your life today for the rest of your life. Because if you make decisions from where you are right now financially, you may never reach the financial goal that you're seeking. So I'm going to share with you my own story and how I've learned the principle of you don't need the money in order to make a decision. Now I know this principle might sound crazy, but it is so life transforming. So back 5 years ago, when I was investing in myself with Bob Proctor, I was working in corporate world, earning 3,000 per month and spending all of it by the end of the month. I was in the habit of spending everything I earned on fixing my self-esteem. And actually I invested in a lot of things, but not necessarily in quality things, so I didn't get results. Now, when I made a decision to invest in my mentorship, I was totally scared. And it was a life transforming moment where I learned the principle that I want you to learn today. So when I went on the call with Bob Proctor's consultant, he told me you need to invest $18,500 to become a consultant. And I nearly fell off the chair because me earning 3,000 and spending all of it by the end of the month, I was like, I just don't have the money. And he said to me, you don't need the money to make a decision. And I was like, what do you know? I work in finance. I always make decisions on the basis of what I had. And what he said to me really transformed my life forever. He said, if you want to be wealthy, you've got to start thinking like wealthy people do. And the way wealthy people do, they never, never make decisions on the basis of what they have. They always make decisions on what the return on investment is. And they also make those decisions quickly on the spot. They don't go asking their spouses or asking their colleagues. They make decisions from where they want to go. So I want you to think about it. Where do you want to be in next year or two? And I want you to really calculate that per month and give it an annual figure. That's your return on investment. Now, for me at that time, I was fed up with my job. I didn't like what I was doing. I wanted to do what I love to do, which is helping people. I wanted to be able to live a good life, so it was worth a lot. And he said, if you want this, you've got to start thinking and making decisions like wealthy people do. See, wealthy people are never afraid to take out a loan and are never afraid to ask their friends or colleagues for money if they know that it will be returned to them. People who are unwealthy, people with poverty consciousness who stay stuck with similar financial results, make decisions on where they are. And I tell you, when I heard that, I was like, no way, because I was working in finance. I thought I was very smart and I thought I knew everything. And I didn't. I really had no clue. And so I was willing to set aside my beliefs, my negative beliefs about taking out loan, because at that time I was believing that if you take out loans, there's something wrong with you. And I just realized that those beliefs come from my environment, from my family members. They're not true. Wealthy people don't think like that. And so I was willing to drop my old belief and really do what it takes, because that's what you need to do in order to multiply your income. So I said, listen, okay, I'm going to get a loan. And when I made a decision, I don't know where I'm going to get the money from, but I'm doing it because I really want to do what I love to do and I want to increase my income and I want to have a good life. And I made a decision, and the minute I made a decision, idea came. Because ideas only come to you when you make decisions. They don't come to you when you're basing your decisions on your present circumstances. So when I made a decision, I had an idea. I'm going to go take out that loan. I'm going to think about it like investment with returns rather than debt. And that change in my mind helped me make a decision. So I went to my bank and my bank said no, because I was earning 3,000 and spending all of it by the end of the month. But I didn't stop there. I was like, I made a decision. What else can I do? I was willing to do what it takes. And I tell you, only 3% of population earns what they want to earn in order to live the life they want. And those people are willing to do what it takes for the goals they have. So I was willing to think, what else can I do? And I came up with idea, okay, I'm going to go to a couple more banks. What's the worst thing that can happen? And bank number 3 gave me the loan. Now, you may not be able to go to the banks, but you might be able to go and ask your friends, family, or colleagues, but you're not willing to do it because it's uncomfortable. But I tell you this, if you make decisions from where you are, you'll never be where you want to be. That's just how it is. And wealthy people don't have those challenges. Wealthy people, yes, they're scared, but they make decisions from where they want to be. So I want you to relate this to what's going on right now in your life. Because several weeks ago, I've scheduled price increase in our mentorship process. And you may have been watching me for quite some time, and maybe you've had those thoughts, Eva can help me. I really want to multiply my income. I see her results. She knows what she's doing. I want to work with her. But then right after, you told yourself you don't have the money. Well, I'm here to tell you, you don't need the money to make a decision. You need to make a decision first, coming from the return on investment you want, rather than where you are. So I want you to think about it. Very often I have people coming to me and saying, I earn 3,000, I want to earn 5,000 doing what I love to do, or 10,000. And I want you to think about it. If you make a decision by this Thursday, it's going to cost you 5,000 in full or 1,000 per month over 6 months. In order to get consistent 5,000 or 10,000 per month throughout every year, which is about 60,000 or 120,000 per year, for the rest of your life and more. Now, if you don't get that kind of money and you don't invest in yourself, you're probably going to be where you are in next 5-10 years. I want you to think about where you're going to be and what's going to change if you don't make an investment. And you can easily judge that by how has your income been changing over the past few years? Has it been multiplying? If it hasn't, then it's not going to multiply in the next 5-10 years. You're going to be stuck. And if you don't want to be stuck, you've got to start thinking like people who make money, which is they make a decision based on the return on investment. Otherwise, you're going to settle and you're going to stay stuck and you're always going to kick yourself in the foot. Why haven't I done something about it? Whereas, you could live the life of freedom. So I want to share with you what my decision brought me. I made a decision that I'm going to get the money, and I didn't know how, but I made a decision because I really, really wanted to change my life. And when I made that decision, I got that loan. I took out that loan for 3 years. I paid it back in 1 year. Within 6 months' time, I replaced my corporate income with my business income, doing what I love to do every day. It is such a different quality of life. And then, within 3 years' time, I turned my annual income into a monthly. I'm able to fly business class pretty much every month. I'm able to give to charities, to give to my loved ones, to my fiancé. I just purchased a 5-star retreat in Crete for his birthday in April, and I can do that easily. I can give a lot. I can hire consultants to help me leverage my business, and I work less and I make more impact. All of that because I got the money, and I was willing to set my old beliefs about getting the money that someone from my environment programmed into my mind. I was willing to put that on the side and start thinking like wealthy people do. So I want to ask you a question. There's a little lovely quote that I really love. It's by Steve Jobs. He said, "For the past 33 years, I have looked in the mirror every morning and asked myself, if today was the last day of my life, would I want to do what I'm about to do today? And if the answer was no, for too many days in a row, I knew I needed to change something." Well, I want to ask you this. How long have you been getting the same results or similar results financially? How long have you been banging your head against a wall? How long, whether it's months or weeks or years, how long has it been? And if you don't make a change today, what's going to change? Now, you may be thinking, well, but I don't know if it's going to help me. I want you to know if you're not willing to invest in yourself today, you're guaranteed you're not going to find help. And you may be thinking you can go and invest in cheaper stuff, but it's not going to give you results. I tell you, people who get results are making decisions quickly on the basis of the return on investment, and they get the money if they need to. They're not afraid to get the money. So you don't need the money until you make a decision. So I want you today to really ask yourself, do you really want what you say you want? Are you committed to have that multiplication increase of finances this year? And if you are, do you believe I can help you? Now, if you believe I can help you, you owe it to yourself to invest. You don't want to settle. I mean, you really deserve to have the life you want. But just like me, I didn't learn it myself. I got someone to teach me, someone who walks the talk, someone who can teach it easily and simply, and my results were guaranteed. So, do you want your results to be guaranteed, or are you willing to settle? Now, I want to ask you to do this. If this speaks to you, I don't want you to ask anybody to make a decision for you. Anybody. I want you to sit quietly and really ask yourself this. Do I believe that I deserve to earn more money this year? Do I believe Eva can help me? Am I willing to invest in myself and then make a decision? Because if you don't, I can tell you like a crystal ball that in the next 5-10 years you're going to be stuck financially. So you really want to make a decision today that is going to make a change in your life. And I'm in training with Bob Proctor here for the week. I won't have time to get on the call with you. You already know what the program is about. And if you don't, you can drop me an email either by emailing me back or at eva@abundantresults.com, and I can send you all the details. But you owe it to yourself to make an investment today and make a decision based on where you want to be, based on your return on investment. If you make a decision from where you are, it is nearly guaranteed that you're going to be there in the next 5-10 years. You're going to settle. And 97% of people settle. I never want to settle. And I know what you're capable of. So if you want this, if you want me to help you, make a decision right now and message me. Don't listen to your fears. Don't listen to anybody else. Make a decision based on where you want to be. And I guarantee this to you that within the next 6-12 months, we're going to celebrate. You owe it to yourself to live the life you want. Whatever age you are, my 30s went like that, and next 30s will go like that. We don't get any younger. If you're not getting the results you want, you're not going to get them until you get help. Make a decision today and let me help you. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm looking forward to receiving messages from you. Take care.